Well, I'm Bruce Quinn, and my job is real estate inspection. Well, the business is Absolute Inspectors, and we do real estate inspection for commercial and residential businesses. And what that means is if you buy a house, you sell a house, or a commercial property, you hire us to come in and look at it and basically give you a report card on the condition of the place. Because when you're spending probably more money than you're ever going to spend in your life, you want somebody looking at it. You don't just want to buy it sight unseen. It doesn't require a college education. However, that being said, I did go to college. I got a business degree because you want to know where your money's going, so go to college, no matter what. But here in Tennessee, the state requires that you have 90 hours of education before you can qualify to take the state exam, which is challenging. But it's good because it keeps just anybody from saying, oh, I'm a home inspector or I'm a real estate inspector, because we need those certifications. Plus, we have to maintain continuing education hours. Every 2 years, we've got to have 26 hours, I think it is. And so it's constantly a learning process, and that's kind of, the fun part of it is there's changes in buildings, there's changes in construction materials, there's changes in processes. And we have to keep up with all those to make sure that we're on top of our game when it comes to knowing what we're looking at. One of the things that I truly love about this business, no 2 days are ever the same. Ever. Even if you're doing the same kind of building every day, no 2 days are ever the same. I've always been interested in how things work. And starting with being raised by my grandparents, my granddad raised me and taught me never to hire anybody to do anything that you can do yourself. And unfortunately, he taught me to do everything, from woodworking to plumbing to you name it, I can do it. So, it was always just an interest, I guess. Now, I had careers before this, and I got to the point where I was going to slow down and not do this anymore, and I found that I can't sit still. I get bored very easily, and one of my good realtor friends said that you'd be a great inspector because you have such an attention to detail. It's just that curiosity and that desire to do my own thing, and if you want to be your own boss, write your own schedule. It doesn't get much better than this. There are numerous women that I'm aware of through our organization who run their own businesses and are very successful at it. See, it's not relegated to one gender or another. It's something that anybody with the right amount of training can get into and really enjoy doing. The challenges sometimes can be, because inspections from our side are non-invasive. That means we don't tear stuff apart, we don't pull drywall. An inspection isn't a warranty. It's a snapshot of what the conditions were like the day that we were there. But sometimes you get clients and they're like, well, this is coming off and you should have caught this, and this is bad and you should have caught that. And you have to explain to them that this isn't a warranty claim. This is a picture, and 6 months down the road, something may go wrong, but it was okay when we looked at it. So
right.
I think that's the biggest challenge. If you like helping people, it's a good feeling when you're looking at a structure and you're reviewing all the systems and everything, and you know that the person on the other side, they may be a first-time home buyer or something, and they are nervous, they are terrified. Having the training, the expertise to be able to talk them off the ledge, per se, is incredibly beneficial. It's very rewarding in that respect, because you get to help somebody navigate the process of understanding what they're looking at, why their house is doing what it's doing, why their structure is doing what it's doing, why it's okay or why it's not okay. All these things just benefit the client at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it leaves you with a good feeling because you know you've helped them make a good decision. A little science, a little math. Math is always going to play into it no matter how much you don't like it. We have to be able to calculate the slope of a roof. And so sometimes you're looking at the rise of the stairs, things of that. They're all part of these things you're looking at, and you don't think about it until you get into it. And then you realize, oh, well, that's not right because the angle's wrong or the mount is wrong. And so part of it is knowing kind of how to calculate things. Now, you don't do that every day. That's very rare that that happens. I do 99% of my reports on this right here. This is my favorite tool there is. This is an infrared camera. And what it does is it tells me if there is moisture present. Well, it gives me a picture to help me identify if something is going on in the walls or in the ceiling. See, it's like that. The temperature differential of me versus the surrounding materials helps you see things that you wouldn't normally be able to see. This tool right here helps you identify if there's voltage present. So if you go to the circuit breaker panel before you even touch it, you can stick this on it and it'll light up and tell you if the panel's electrified or not. A good attitude is the biggest thing. That's, again, I can give them the training to give them the tools to make them successful. But if they don't have a good attitude, if they're not customer service focused, it won't end well. So customer service and attitude are the number one things that we're looking at.